our last international artist in this country. I think you were like the last one, and then that was it. Close the borders.
Yeah, I got out just in the nick of time. I mean, I was a little worried I wasn't. What a time.
What a time.
Oh.
And Katy, our country already loved you, but if it was possible to fall in love with you anymore, doing shows for our firefighters,
Oh, no.
I mean, it's just a shame that, now travel is shut down, because if you came to our country now, you would sell 25 million tickets.
Well, I feel like, it's wild. We did that kind of appreciation concert. And then it was like, these poor service people and firefighters, they were like, okay, we're going to get like a little breath. We're going to get a little break. And then it's like the devil doesn't sleep, does it?
I know.
It's insane.
Crazy. How is it over there? Like, we're having tricky times in certain parts of the country, and other parts are doing quite well. How are you guys going over there?
Yeah, in our country is the same. But as a whole, we're a big country. So to get all of us tested is really intense. And to keep us all kind of in the same state of, by the same set of rules is really intense. I mean, I would say that this year is just Looney Tunes, and I don't know why I decided to put out a record and deliver a baby at the same time, but I'm like, the sooner the better. Great.
But we need some good stuff in the world at the moment. You're providing two beautiful things into this world. We need some joy and some positivity. So we should be thanking you.
I'm looking forward to that too. I'm like, I keep on saying, well, I'm going to have when I look back, in 20 years at 2020, it's going to be positive because I'm going to welcome something really beautiful or her into the world.
How have you been going being in lockdown? And I just wondered how you've been feeling being locked down while pregnant, or is it perfect? You can just sit on the couch and just.
Well, I'm not really.
That's all I did.
I am large Marge in charge for sure. I'm wearing a crop top right now, so.
Oh, so beautiful.
But I am, I think I'm taking it one day at a time in a lot of regards, finding my gratitude when I can. It's been overwhelming and painful and beautiful and revealing and awakening. And, it's a lot of different feelings all at once. So no wonder everyone wants to go to the bar and get smashed. They're like, I don't want to feel these feelings. I don't want to think anymore. I just want to ring in the new year, ring in the new year. Come on, let's ring in the new year.
Katy, have they got you on the painkillers early? It sounds like you might be high off the pregnancy drugs already.
Yeah, right. No, it's just all good hormones, honey.
Hey, we were reading about, so your song Smile seems to me on the face value so joyous. I was like, this is what we need right now. And then when I read into it a bit more and understood that it was from such a dark time in your life, that really shocked me, because I just didn't, until I read that, I listened to it completely differently once I knew that, not thinking of it just as an upbeat, happy sort of pop song, It
is. I mean, it's a 3-minute energizing hopefulness type of song. And that's, when I'm writing Roar and Firework and Daisies or Smile, I'm actually pretty low or just kind of coming or trying to crawl through my lowest point and like sticking my head out and going, is there light now? Is there light now? It's just, it, like when I'm writing those songs, it's my spirit that's taking over and saying, I'm going to take the wheel. I'm going to inspire you, maybe so that you can help inspire others. I'm going to give you this little nugget. You're going to write about it, process, and put it out into the world. But really that song is just about me getting my smile back. And to me, a smile is such a physical indication of how you really feel. And some people, when you see them smile, they don't show their teeth. They purse their lips. It's a little sad. They look off into the distance. They look down. And I guess you can just really read how people are feeling inside. And, for a good 2 years, I was like kind of dead in the eyes, smiling. because I had to, but now, now I feel better and I'm happy, and I have good tools to lean on whenever I'm not feeling good. But yeah, Smile is just, it's kind of almost like a little mini story of me going through that time.
I got to say, when I saw your doco all those years ago, that moment when you popped up when you're in absolute hell, and then you put on the show of your life, I remember at that moment just being reminded that you never, ever, ever know what's going on behind someone's resting face, their smile, whatever it is. You never, ever know. I was like, that is phenomenal to think. So I think that's so true about someone's smile.
Yeah. And I think that's actually a good exercise for everyone to think about when they're talking to other people, like operating from a place of compassion and kindness, because like we're all going through BS all the time and trying to keep it together, but constantly falling apart, especially during COVID.
Oh, no.
Katy, talking about COVID, how are you going with COVID greetings? Because I watch like American Idol, and every contestant wants to come up and hug you. And whenever we've had you out in Australia, people just flock to you and want to hug you. How are you going with, trying to elbow bump people?
Well, I think everybody's in the same kind of boat of like, I do have a friend though that is, his big joke is like, I'm coming to hug ya. I'm coming to get ya. Give you a big fat sloppy kiss. And I'm like, I will karate chop you in the balls. But I think, like everyone is kind of looking out for themselves and understanding. And, the people that I hang out with or socially distance with, we're all on the same mindset. Like, if you're going to socially distance with people, you got to take really calculated risks, not just like whatever,
Have you found you're more worried? I mean, there's enough worries when you're pregnant anyway. Have you found you've worried more, or you've been pretty calm about it internally?
I will tell you, I'm in my third trimester, and I've just started, I'm in my third trimester. And I've just started to feel actually pregnant. Like I haven't felt pregnant. I'm very active. I've been excited about, revealing this record and the different elements of it and doing performances. And, it's funny. It's like, I wasn't planning on putting out a record this late in. I was planning on doing it in June and then like chilling. But now I'm just like a mother on the move. I got a big bump. I got a +1 inside of me. And, I think it's actually something to be admired in that, like, I feel powerful that I'm creating a life and also like living.
Yeah. Here. That's bloody awesome.
Yeah.
I worked right up to the end. Keep going, man. Seriously.
Why would I want to look at the hands of time just tick tock by and hope that, like, the next news day is going to be better than the last?
Yeah, nah. The only good news we're going to get next is when your baby comes. So that better bloody hurry up, because the rest of the world's news is very depressing.
Katy, I've worked with Carrie through her pregnancies, and she worked right up until she was giving birth. Are you been working flat out yourself? Are you going to actually take some time with the bub and just do nothing, or are you just a person who could work the whole time?
No, I mean, I think I've heard once you have a child, you don't not do nothing. You do actually so much.
Did you hear that, Tommy?
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to everybody.
Being a mother is a job. But yeah, I mean, I'm a multitasker, and I'm used to being a super juggler, but I'm going to, the great thing about, not the great thing, because I think that's an overstatement. I have found my silver linings in all of this. And one of them is the balance and the stillness, which I'm not so great at. I'm usually just like zipping all over the world all the time. And so I've had like this trial run of just being still and present and with the same people forever. And it's beautiful. It's wild. It's beautiful. And, you know, it's wild that I wasn't even planning on going on tour with this record until possibly next year. And I was already planning on doing a lot of stuff from home. And then all of a sudden the whole world was like, yeah, us too.
Hey, when we spoke to you when you were in Australia, you were telling us how you had to put off the wedding and all that stuff. Have you had a chance to like do a mini, you know, one in the lounge room or something? What are you going to do?
No. I mean, I don't think I am like, for me, it feels weird. I'm not
You want the party, don't you?
I'm not a small, just casual type of girl. You know, like when we get to the aisle, it's gonna be blood, sweat, and tears to get there, and so we will effing celebrate in that way. But right now, you know, it's about just like having a child and pushing a record out too.
Well, but everybody at the moment says if you can survive COVID with your partner, that's like 50 years of marriage. So if you're still going strong, then hey, you know, you're on the right track.
COVID, you love me. You can't run from my crazy bitch. Here I am.
Well, thank you so much for chatting with us. We know you've got so many other people to talk to, but we love you in Australia. Yeah, we come back. We want to be your first place when you can finally travel again. Bring Bub and come and see our beaches.
You were my last place, and you'll be my first place.